Hi everyone, this is Georgianne. I want to tell you guys, I am done with dumb. Today I'm having my chef jacket on. See, I just want you guys to know. Just got done watching Hell's Kitchen, my favorite show. Something that Gordon Ramsay said at the end got me thinking. Ownership. Ownership of what you do. Ownership. I had a lot of chefs in culinary arts. And today, one of my customers asked me, yeah, it was today, asked me, is it true how chefs acts like Gordon Ramsay does on television? I said, yeah, their name is on the line. Their name is on the line when it comes to Hell Kitchen. They have pride in their food. I have pride in myself. For the first time in my life, I'm wearing my jacket and I'm proud of it. I've worked so hard at getting where I'm at. Too many of my life, and I'm going to say something to you today that I said I was going to do. I was looking at some of my videos that I've done for you guys, and I'm going to say a little tidbit each week about my life. When I was 5 years old, my life chart started to change. My real dad, which I call him my sperm donor, because me and my sister Cindy, we just he gave us up to my stepdad, which we call him our dad. Wow. He beat on my mom. He tried to kill us. He did things to me that no father should do to a child. He beat on my sister Cindy. He almost killed us. He almost killed my mother. And then I go to school. I was a heavy-set girl all my life. Like I told you the other night, I ate my life. I really did. I ate my life. I ate it to get thinking that I'll be all right. Food is my love. But I use it the different way now. I don't eat as much as I used to. I make food to make people happy now. And I eat healthy now. But as I said, when I went to school, I got bullied. I was called stupid. I was called retarded. I was called Hippo. My nickname was Hippo at school. And I think me shutting down because I couldn't learn the way they learn. Dumb was their number one name too. You're dumb, George. You're dumb. You're Hippo. You're big and fat and you're ugly. That's all I heard in my life. That's all I ever heard. Then when I go home, I was at a home that my mom had suitcases in the back of her trunk in case our sperm donor, and I'm sorry to say that word, but came home drunk and tried to kill us, my mom would literally find out what he's like, and then she would get us girls up, and we'd be going out the back door because she had her car parked out in the back door, and he would have his car parked in the front of the house. And she had my grandpa and grandmother living in another area, and she would call him up and say, hey, me and the girls are leaving. Take care of the children's home. Yeah, we had to flee a lot. In the 60s, you could call up the police, and the police says, well, we didn't see it, so we can't arrest him. Having learning problems and dealing with that and dealing with school, how can someone learn? How can somebody care? Excuse me, I'm sorry. And how could I be someone? Because I didn't think I was smart enough. I didn't know I had learning problems. I knew I couldn't do like normal people, or I couldn't say the right words like normal people. But you know what? God was in control. God is still in control of my life. God has a person out there for me. And I'm hoping very soon God will bring that gentleman in my life. I'm praying every day that he will give me a beautiful man that loves God more than he loves me. Because I learned over these years, and I have an addiction. I have a lot of addictions. When you've been done like your father's done to you up to you as 12 years old, you learn to hate guys or learn to love them a different way. I'm trying to keep this kids friendly. If kids watches this or anybody, I don't, but you guys can get the drift. I'm overcoming the addiction of sexual addiction. That's a good way to put it. I praise the Lord every day. I was on drugs. I was an alcoholic. And I was in a stress center, which now probably everybody thinks it's a psych ward. Well, you know what? Everybody had, just like my therapist told me, what's normal? What's normal, people? I have never seen normal. You know why I have never seen normal? Because of sin. Sin is what it is. God made this earth in the beginning to be free from sin. But Adam and Eve, Eve took the apple, ate it when God told her not to touch that tree of good of knowledge of good and evil. If I said that right, please help me. If I didn't, please in the comment tell me if how to do it right. I could go back in my room and get my Bible, but it's okay. I love the Lord, and I'm changing every day because God is changing my heart. You know, I was raised in a Christian home. My mom was raised in a Christian home, but her dad was not a Christian, and neither was my real dad was not a Christian. But my mother was. My grandmother was. There is nobody in this world, and I can say this, and I have a lot of cousins will say it too. My grandmother Kane, Catherine Kane, was a godly woman. I remember her lots of times. You know, when we had to run away, my grandfather and my grandmother would look at my mom and say, you know that you have 2 girls. Yeah, Mom, I do. So what are you going to do? Eventually, my mother got a divorce, and I'm proud of it because I got a great father in the process. He adopted me and my sister. Cindy and I, if it wasn't for Cindy, my sister Cindy, she was Mom's rock and my protector. But I'm going to stop there for right now because I can get emotional about this, and that's okay. It's all right. But I'm going to tell you something today. As a chef, I'm proud of myself because, you know, I've learned a lot in cooking. I've learned a lot in restaurants. I've learned a lot where I used to work. It is not, this learning disability doesn't define me. Somebody told me I need to write a script. Sorry, people. This is just from my head to my mouth to you. I don't write scripts. Why I don't write scripts? Because my brain, when I look down or when I read something, it kind of gets mixed up because of my dyslexia. And yeah, I'm holding my phone with my 2 hands, and I got to get equipment, and God is going to work that out. I know that. But, you know, as I learn each day with my learning disabilities, that it's okay to do what I'm doing. You know, I was going to show you how to crochet. Well, I was figuring, how am I going to do that without a stand for my phone and because I need my 2 hands to do crocheting. And I was like, okay, that ain't going to work. Nope, that will not work. So I have to think of something else I'm going to do today. Because I told you I'd be on here today. This is Thursday. You know, one more day and I'm off work for 2 days. Hey, yes. Do you guys know? This is the first time in my life that I have not worked on a weekend. And I've been at the hospital since May of 2022. And, you know, I'm loving no weekends. I'm loving it. And it's all because of God. You know, and also I'm making more than what I've ever done in my whole entire life. And that's because God put me in a lot of restaurants, a lot of businesses, my own business, to get me where I'm at today. and on YouTube. Wow. You know, I hope with this learning disability, I'm sorry, it's shaking. My hand is shaking bad, and I'm sorry about that. We have something to say, and I'm going to say it. Learn your way. You know, today I was feeling down and out, but no one knew it. I know how to fake things. All my life I've faked. All my life. Several years ago, this is the time of the year that me and my sister was adopted. The man I thought was my father, my real father, I thought he loved me. But for him to give me up was a stab in my back. I've never said that before. Sorry. I've never said that before, but hey, when you feel like you're dumb and nobody wants you, it's a stab in your back. When you couldn't learn like everybody else, it's a stab in your back. When you feel like you can't go nowhere because you have to rely on people to get you to places because you can't read, it's a stab in your back. This is real. It's not fake. I have come a long ways. And I'm thankful for God that kept me in his hands for 64 years, 65 now. I'm 65 of my life. I'm thankful that he brought me to places that I lived with and who I lived with. And I'm thankful for the people that God put me in their homes to show me what love really is and how much he loves me. I didn't give up on myself because God never gave up on me. Yeah, I'm being real about God, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. And maybe you don't believe in him, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm done with dumb. I'm done with dumb. but I'm putting it in a better perspective. D, be done. U, understand yourself. M, make something of yourself. B, be yourself. I'm being myself today. I'm being real. I love you guys. And there's nothing in this world that I want to tell you. Learning disabilities is real. You know, when I was in the stress center, there's a lot more to that story too, why I was in the stress center. And I got to talk to my kids before I even talk to you about that. And they don't even know I have a YouTube. And that's okay too. Because I need to do this on my own. They probably think it's stupid. It's dumb. But I'm done with dumb. I love my children. I love them well. But I got to do this for me and for you. Please subscribe, share, and like. And please comment on the notification bell. There's a notification bell. I don't know where it's at. I really don't know. I don't know if I need to do something about it. I don't know how to program it in. If I, have to do that. See, like I told you, I have to learn about a lot of things on YouTube. And when they start subscribing and YouTube starts saying, hey, you got a lot of people, then I will tell my kids. But till then, I need your help so I can tell my children and talk to them. And tell me what you want me to say. Because I don't know your mind and you don't know mine. Oh, and praise the Lord on that one. We don't know each other's mind. That's a good thing. Only one person does know everybody's mind, and that's God himself that made us. I'm enjoying my life. God made me who I am. And you know what? Wisdom is everything. Learning is everything. Like today, one of the guys in the dish pit, we call it the dish pit. That's what we call it in the restaurant world, dish pit. I don't know what everybody else call it, dish room, dish pit, but in the restaurant world is the dish pit. He goes, yeah, I'm here. And I said, how long have you been in the dish pit? And he goes, 3 years. And I said, don't you want to learn more than what is here? Oh no, I'm okay. You know what? No, don't be okay with that. Don't be okay of what you can't do. Because you know what? I've been there. I used to say to myself, I'm okay. I don't want to learn anymore. I'm too dumb to learn what they do. And maybe he has learning problems. I don't know. But I told him today, I said, how are you going to learn if you don't try something new? He says, well, I'm okay with what I'm doing. I said, okay, be that way. But if it was for me, I would try to learn something else different. And when I was in the other business, my other job in Indiana, my friend Georgette, when she asked me to be a team lead, I'm like, that's before I came out of saying I'm a learning disability. I was like, oh man, she's asked me to be a team lead. Never done it. Well, I've done a little bit. Before that, I had my own bakery and stuff like that. But to honestly be charged that somebody trusts me in doing it, I've never had anybody trust me. And for me to learn how to do things, hey, I was like, okay, not a problem. You're going to have to show me what to do. And she goes, it's easy. Just tell them what to do. I'm like, oh, okay. I did that in my bakery. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. And you know what? It was a piece of cake. It was. Why was I afraid of it? I was afraid of me. I was afraid I could not do it because I thought I was dumb. I am done with dumb. And that turned my life completely around. That turned my life completely 180 degrees. I can be a leader. I can own my own business. And I can and I will learn every day. And I will learn how to crochet, talk, and show you what I'm doing. But I got to get the equipment first, one step at a time. Oh, I used to have a boss a long time ago when I started learning how to read. And his name was Bob. And one day I was so mad and angry and anyways, he took me outside. He goes, and this is when I starting to learn how to read and write. Oh, that's a story itself. And when you realize what God has done in that story, oh my. But like I told you, I'm going to give you little tidbits every video of how my life was. So this week was about when I was 5 years old and up. So you know a little bit about my history now. But as I go on, you'll know more and more about it. Because that's who I am. That's how I had to learn. But anyways, he was telling me, he goes, you take so much hurdles at one time. I said, what do you mean? He goes, you're taking 20 hurdles and you're blowing it. I said, well, he used to be a hurdle runner, whatever you want to call it. And I don't know what you call him. He jumped over hurdles. Anyways, he goes, my old coach used to say this. I said, what? He goes, take one hurdle at a time. Not 10 at a time, or one at a time. And so I took that and I'm running with it. And every day I keep on telling myself, okay, this is a hurdle. And I'm sorry about if my phone is up and down and up and down is because of my hand. I'm holding it with my hand, and I'm sorry about that. It takes, and I like take one hurdle at a time. Okay, I take one hurdle at a time. I don't take 50,000 steps, one hurdle. I don't take 10 hurdles at a time now. Not anymore. Because I'm learning my way. And I'm thankful for that. You know, wearing this chef coat, you know, and going to Paris and learning. Every time I put a chef coat on, white, black, whatever it is, I think how wonderful my life is, even with learning disabilities. Wearing something that you love to do is something that I'm proud of. I'm proud of getting up and trust me, I'm 65 years old and getting up every morning and like, I can retire, I can retire, I can retire. And why am I not retiring? Because I love what I do. I love what I do. But I'm also going to say this much. I will always take one hurdle at a time. And I wish I could meet Bob again. Bob McKinney. Robert McKinney is his name. I wish I could see him and tell him thank you for giving me one of the best advice that I have ever had. Georgette. I want to thank her for having the confidence in me that I didn't have. I want to thank Georgia for teaching me to learn my way, not anyone else's way. I want to thank June for telling my secret of I couldn't read and write. I want to thank Sean for starting me to learn how to read. I want to thank Nicole for spending your summers, Sean and Nicole, spending your summers to learn, to teach me how to learn to read and write. I want to thank my tutors. I don't know all their names, but I have a special one, and that was Georgia. I want to thank Nick, my son, Nicholas. For loving me and not hate me. I want to thank Tina, June, Nick, and Tina for loving a mother that couldn't read or write or have learning problems. I know I wasn't a great mother, but you stick by me even today, even now. You stick by me, you kids. And I'm thankful for one major person in my life, and that is God. from changing my heart and bringing me here to tell you guys how learning disabilities can make you or break you, make you stronger or weaker, but it's your choice. It's your choice how you want to be. I choose to be strong. I choose to work through my learning disabilities. I choose to love people. I choose to love myself. I choose to read better than I did yesterday. I choose to be the best that I'll ever be every day. I choose to talk to you 3 times a week. And you have a choice to subscribe, to like, and to comment and notification. There is a bell. I don't know where, because I don't know all it consists of. Like I said, I'm learning. And yes, this video is long because I've had to think about what am I going to really talk about today. But again, I will tell you a little bit about me each week so you really get to know me. My kids has been through a lot. Trust me, my kids has been through a lot. But they are wonderful children. They're adults. And they're raising their children to be better than anything I can ever think of. And I'm going to get off of here because you don't want to see me cry all the time. And I'm sorry I'm crying, but it touched my heart today to open up. I love you guys. Learning disabilities is who we are. It's who I am. But we can live with it, learn with it, do things that we thought we couldn't do with it. But we do it our way. We do it our way. I do it my way. And I'm thankful for that. You guys have a beautiful, bright, gorgeous evening. Again, I am sorry that I'm crying. But this is real. It's real. It's not fake. Maybe I don't speak well. I'm sorry about that. Pronounce words right. But that's how my brain works. And I'm okay with it. You guys might not be, but I am. I am who I am. I love who I am. I love who I become. You guys have a beautiful, bright, gorgeous evening, and I'll see you Sunday. And I'm sorry I didn't get to show you the crocheting. I couldn't figure it out. Even in my head, I couldn't figure it out. And I know God is working miracles. And I know that one of these days, God is going to bring someone to me. And I know he's going to be a good Christian man because I have that faith. You guys have a beautiful, bright, gorgeous, sunshiny day. I'm glad I got to see you, and I love you. I'll see you later. Catch you later. Bye-bye.